Okay, Logan's crack part 2. Now I've already tried to do a video of this once and I ran out of storage space. So I'm bloody repeating myself. I'll probably forget half of it. Right, so I don't know if you can hear that. I did that about half an hour ago. Still going off. I didn't put any support on that side. I need to put a leg in there. Now I've worked out the mix for the plaster of Paris. You're looking at 2 dessert spoons. I'm a bit wobbly, I've got my arse on the ladder. 2 dessert spoons of plaster of Paris to a dash of water. Now don't worry if it's really watery, the waterier the better really, but the only trouble is you can only dunk your tissue in for a split second. So we'll go through the full process. I don't know if you can see what I've done already. I'll try and do this bit closer to the camera. So what we have is we've got a plaster of Paris, soup spoon, 2 heap spoons. Don't get that spoon wet if you can help it. Good dash of water. And you need a bucket there for washing this out. Because the minute it starts drying, don't worry if it does dry in the pot. Anything that you scoop out that goes too hard, that was where I knocked up it with 3½ spoonfuls of plaster of Paris. Went off too quick, too thick. So if you get any bits like this left over, save them. You can break them up and use them for rubble at the bottom of your cliffs, in the rivers. Anyway, so knock this up. And you will be surprised how watery I have it. But the trouble is the plaster of Paris drops to the bottom anyway. So and it's only a thin layer because you only get a couple of minutes working time. Make sure you've got a messy area for everything to land on. So literally small bits of tissues, dunk them in until you see it just soaking through, and then whack it on the surface. Try and wear an old pair of trousers. As soon as you see it soaking through the surface, just drape it on the heel face. And try and work nice and quickly. Don't leave it in the plaster too long, because as soon as it soaks through, you can't lift it, it's too heavy, it tears the tissue. Don't worry if it all folds over and overlaps on itself. It all adds to the texture of the surface. If you pick 2 up, don't matter. So it's quite a quick process, but you run out of, you'll see, you get a couple of minutes worth of plaster. The minute it stops sucking into the tissue, you know you're getting near the end. And then what's left in the pot you can use for smearing on to start to hide the tissue edging. And go over, you can use that oh look, it doesn't matter if you get one fold over, just spread it in. All the texture helps. I'm down to the bottom of the pot. And the beauty of this is it don't cost much. I've got an area there that didn't suck it in, but you make it wet enough that you lay it on top of another piece and it sucks it in from that. And you wouldn't think it would go hard. But it's up to you how many coats you do, how hard you want it. And that's, you can see there, so as soon as you get to that section in the middle, you can use your finger just scoop it out and just smear it on, and it starts to hide the texture of the tissue paper. Remember, we're going to put some rocks and everything on top of this. Now this does play havoc with your bloody skin. Later on, in about an hour's time, your skin is so dry. Bear that in mind if you have got dry skin anyway, or eczema or something like that. So that is it, and then that residue that's in the pot, that goes straight in your washing up bucket. Because if you leave it and it dries, it makes knocking up the next one so much harder, because it dries so rock hard, and then as you're washing the next one, it starts tearing your skin, because your skin's getting soft because you're using the water. So, you wash your vessel up, mix and stick, put that to one side. Now if I pull the camera back a little bit, show you what we've got so far. So you can see the scene is starting to build up. And if you look at this, is when you put too much in, it doesn't matter, because you can just do another coat over the top of that. But you want it nice and watery.